Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. How you all
Howdy,
doing?
howdy.
Man, Jason, you got some hair. Or
Yes, I
something really
do.
funky growing out of your head.
Somebody said that I wouldn't wear it, and they even called me a chicken.
Buck, 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 buck.
So, yeah. I mean, it's stylish.
Yeah. But I did say you gotta have that fuzzy beard to go match.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I mean, if
Yeah, the
you look
drapes
like a
don't match the
sporty
carpet.
homeless guy, you gotta go all the way.
One of the gals who works here in the office, she has like pink and purple, like dyed colored hair. And before our last trip, I threatened Shayna that I would dye my little bit of goatee purple and pink and stuff. And I don't know. I didn't do it, so I guess she just
I
needs
think
to call
I'd
me
pay to
chicken.
see that.
Maybe she just needs to call me chicken. Maybe then I do it.
I mean, that should be a challenge.
Hmm.
You know,
Yes.
I'm sure everybody watching would love to pick out the color. We could have a poll.
Yes. We could. And we got Asti coming up, so it would be even. I would actually be willing to do this for a donation to one of my favorite charities. I mean, we can make it all about charity, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying we could throw that out there. Maybe we'll discuss that. Will I or won't I show up to Asti with a funky colored goatee?
And then the question could also be for charity. You could shave your head bald and get rid of that new growth.
You know what? I like that, and I'd be willing to do that without. You know what? Here, let's just shave it. All right. Look. Hey.
It's like magic.
Oh, it's magic. I can't sing at 7 a.m.
No, don't sing.
No.
Let's say hi to a few people here. Who's checking in? We got Dan. Morning, Dan. Got
Dan
Jeremy. Good morning,
My
Jason.
Office. What? Talk about, we're talking about vendor partnerships and relationships today. So I'm just saying. Who else we got?
Let's see. We got Adam.
Adam.
Good
Hello,
morning, Adam. We
Hello,
got
Miss
your
Shayna.
wife.
That guy looks familiar.
Good morning, Shayna.
Eddie's.
Good morning, Eddie.
This dude's got my 6.
He said you look like Guy
Guy
Fieri.
Fieri. Yep. And I think I cook probably better than Guy, so.
Morning, Gasper. All right.
Yes.
Well, let's open in prayer, and you got the verse for the morning?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, let's open in prayer, get this thing started. Dear Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for allowing us to come together today as a community in your name. Please allow us to go out and just be who you want us to be, and let us go out and do everything with you in the forefront of our mind, and be your light to the world. In a world of broken and lost people, and as broken and lost people ourselves, we can be an example and be your example to the world. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
So today we are talking about relationships, partnerships, right? Maybe even specifically with vendors. But our Bible verse of the day comes to us from Ecclesiastes 4, and it's 9 and 10. 2 are better than 1, because if they have a good return for their labor, because, I'm going to start, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. That's a pretty good verse. And what does that mean to you, Mike Carson?
It reminds me of the commercial where I've fallen and I can't get up.
help, I've fallen and
I'm
I
alone and there's no one there to help me.
True. And
Right?
she just pushes that little button and it's like,
Yeah.
here they come to save the day. 20 minutes later.
We need a partnership life alert for our businesses. Wouldn't that be nice?
It's
Like,
called
I'm having
Jesus,
this
brother.
problem. I need to push this button and someone's going to come and help me. If only it were that easy.
If only it were that easy. Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, I got nothing there. Yeah, because immediately, as we're talking old school, it immediately made me think of the hamburger lady going, "Where's the beef?" But I don't know how that went from life alert to "Where's the beef?" I guess it's just
Either
the
way,
nice
something's missing.
the nice little old lady. Maybe that's the same lady in that commercial, in both commercials. You think?
It could be.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like, "Where's the beef?" And then she goes home and she drops it, and she falls and she can't get up, so she got to put her. My mind is all over today. Sorry.
I love your thought patterns.
You know, it's marketing. It's all marketing. All marketing. Yeah. Yeah, no, good. Two are better than one. And this we talk about relationships a lot, I think, on this podcast. Um, two can be better than one. As an electrician, pulling a wire sometimes through an attic, it was a pain in the rear trying to do it by myself. I had some cool tools to help me do it, but I know it went a lot easier when I had another person as a helper, or shoot, even Shayna would come out sometimes and would help me pull wire. I even had Shayna's mom. I remember when we did a lot of new construction, she would come out on the job sites and actually pull wire and stuff. And one house we were doing, it was dead of winter or dead of summer, just nasty hot, and she wore a sweatband. And the homeowner came out one day and it's like, I didn't know you had Rambo working with you today. And so her nickname stuck Rambo for the longest time on that job site. So
That's funny.
Gotta love memories. But yeah, definitely having two is better. I, I'm not a website guy, right? And every time I need help, I call Mike up, right? Mike's my go-to website guy. I've had a lot of different websites throughout the past, but Mike's my vendor. Mike's my website guy. But more than that, Mike has become a good friend. And there's a fine line between a vendor and a friend because you don't want to abuse that relationship either, right? There are some times that I'm telling Mike, you got to charge me for this,
That's okay
right?
because I need some of your electrician advice. So
You're what, 4 hours away from me? Maybe I can make a weekend trip and come see you and help you out. But Gasper saying that's a good comment. Let's throw that one up there.
yeah, because of the groups like this, I was able to connect with an amazing group of people who keep me accountable and me to them.
Yeah.
Amen to that, brother.
So accountability is definitely good. But let's spend a little bit of time on vendor partnerships and relationships, right? So on our website, we're in the middle of redoing some stuff with our vendor partnerships page because some of them are partnerships and some of them are just a relationship, right? And there is a difference between partnerships and relationships. So a relationship is, to me, right? And I'd love to hear some of you guys and gals opinions on this. So what's your opinion and your difference between a partnership and a relationship, specifically for vendors, right? So Mike and I are both a vendor for the Service Alliance Group, right? So we have agreements set in place that you come to us through the Service Alliance Group, you get a discount, right? So like my office help made a comment up here. Go to myofficehelp.com/get-started for vendor discounts, right? What do you guys get? You get the off the onboarding for free, and I think is it 5% off, Shayna? What's the discount that they get for going through us? What's the difference? What's the discount that they get for going through to us through the Service Alliance Group? Is it 5%? 5%. So 5% discount on your monthly services, right? So that's a partnership. We have that. There's an agreement there. We have Jobber, we have Workies, we have these different CRMs that we have partnerships with. There's several more that we're getting those listed on our website, so you can go and you can physically see. I'm working on one with a company called Shuby, where that if you go through us as a partner, you get a discount for ordering shoe covers and those really cool rugs you can put down. So partnerships to me are more of a I've set an agreement with this company. So like I want to have Mike um, as a vendor partner. So I set an agreement with him that he is going to give my companies a discount, and in return, if anybody comes to me, I'm going to give them a discount. Um, Also with that, there is like vendor referral partnerships, right? So like Sotellus was a vendor partner of ours. If I sent somebody to Sotellus for reviews, I get so much of that ongoing revenue on a monthly basis. And likewise is the partnership that we had with them. So if somebody came to us through them, they would get a $50 check for sending them to us. Car salesmen are huge on this, right? Real estate agents, some bankers will give you, hey, bring me somebody and they do a mortgage loan with me and I'll give you $500, whatever it may be. I had a new one. Our daughter Noni, she just got a 2015 car the other day, so it was a used car. So when we closed the deal on Saturday, the salesman says, "Man, I really appreciate your business, and anybody you send to me, I close the deal and they get a new car or used car through me. Um, Come by, I'll take you over to the gas station and I'll fill your truck up with gas." And I'm sitting here thinking, well, that's kind of a different way to go about it, right? And I hadn't heard anybody, so that stuck in my mind. So I immediately said, "Can I bring my RV?" He's he's like, "Yeah, no, I can't do that much." And they used to be like a $50 check. We'll give you a $50 check. So it's around that $50 mark is what they're shooting for, right? But I thought that was a different way to go about it. What's your thoughts on that? Vendor partnerships.
Being in the industry that I'm in, there's such a focus on affiliate partnerships
Hmm.
and affiliate referrals, and I'm not a fan of just. I mean, so many marketers out there, they go out and they just write all these comparison blog posts or whatever, build all these websites strictly to just flood the thing with as many links as they can,
Yeah.
to get as much referral money as they can. And it's very lucrative to do, right?
Yep. Yep.
But I've never been a fan of just blindly referring people just for the money, because as a company referring someone else, that comes back on me if people
Hmm.
aren't happy, or you're just referring to a shady outfit, right?
Yeah.
And that's not something that I wanted to be a part of. So like when I got involved with the Service Alliance Group, that was one thing. I was not going to put a partnership down unless I fully 100% believed in the company and I met with the owners and in some way, shape, or form, and we vetted those people, right?
Yeah.
And we've got a couple that do give us a little affiliate referral, but
Yep.
it's such chump change. It doesn't even matter. Um, but it's an incentive nonetheless. But we have vetted these people, and most of them don't give us anything at all. So it's more of a referral back and forth thing. You guys are a perfect example. We've never taken a dime from you, for our partnership or anything like that. So, it just works because I would much rather, from the Service Alliance Group view, okay, I would much rather have a company like yours or any of our vendor partners give a much larger discount to our members rather than us getting anything on the back end. You know,
Yeah.
I think that that's just a better way to run things, and it's better to have that offer for our members, right? Um, so as far as that type of a partnership, there's a lot of different ways that you could go about it. Now, from a service business aspect, it's a completely different animal, right? So you you've got to have partnerships that are going to support your business in some way, and it's that can't work one way.
Yeah.
That has to work both ways. You know, you look at like a BNI group, they're structured strictly for referrals, but all back and forth for referrals. Because if
Yeah.
you're just there, take,
Yep.
guess who's going to be gone, gone, gone.
Yep.
You know, and I think finding those mutually beneficial types of relationships, and I know BNI is those groups are the perfect example of, just because of the way they're structured
Yeah.
specifically to handle this. They they are structured so that there is mutual benefit from everyone. And I mean, even some people that may or may not be a good fit for your business personally, that you know, referring your customers to them, in most cases somebody always needs something that someone else always has,
Yeah.
right? But why aren't you partnered up? If you're an appliance repair company, why aren't you partnered up with an electrician, a plumber? You know, if you don't do HVAC, you dang well should be partnered up with an HVAC specialist
Yeah.
company, because there's so much overlap there. So I mean, there's so many people I see that I work for that we don't see them partnering up with the proper people.
Yep.
And I think if you look at that strategically, we're talking about strategic alliances today, not just partnerships. But if you look at it from a strategic advantage point, any of these other trades can help you out,
Yeah.
and you can help them out. And it's a perfect mesh. What do you think?
Yep. 100%. So as an electrician, at one point we had a vendor book, right, that we had printed out, and I was very strong. Use the word vetted, right? So I had vetted a heating and air company, a plumbing company, insulation guy, painters, carpenters, roofers, and we had a list of all these different vendors that we were like vendor approved, right? Um, and that was probably a huge benefit. And then at one point, we even went a step further with having discounted vendor partnerships. So if you use these guys, tell them that we sent you, and they're going to give you $25 off, or they're going to give you a 10% discount on the entire job, right? And so, but the partnership is very important that you vetted those companies. And anytime there was an issue, um, hey, the customer, I would call. Let's say it was with a heating and air company. I would call my contact up with the heating air company and be like, "Hey, Mrs. Jones down the street said, she had an issue with you guys. I'm just following up with that because we are partners in this, right? We have this relationship, and if I cannot it's one of those that if I cannot continue to refer you because you're not going to take care of Mrs. Jones, then I got to take you out of the book, right? Or I got to look for a different company." So, yeah, it definitely gets down to making sure you've vetted those people that you're going to refer. Um,
And you should
find
make sure
you,
that those partnerships, they're holding you accountable as well. It's
yeah,
it's not a one-way street.
yeah, that's for sure. We had we had, man, we've spent some money on our house this year. The bank owns a lot of the stuff right now, but a new roof, new gutters, new softening, new downspouts, new windows, and two sliding doors and a front door, right? And I tell you what, it was tough trying to find somebody to do all the windows. I the roof alone, I called. I had done some work for a roofing company, one of the owners, and it was $2,000-3,000 job, and he's got that money back full because of the job. But they helped me out with. They said you have damage, and so they got me in touch with the insurance company, and the insurance company paid for almost 2/3 of the job, right? But after the job was done, he came back to do the inspection. He's like, "Man, I don't like how my gutter guys did the drip edge." So he said, "I'm going to have them come back and redo the drip edge. Um, that's on me." And I'm like, I was kind of baffled because I was sitting here thinking I wasn't expecting that, right? And the same thing with the window company. I the window there was a couple of issues. One was just a piece of plastic that was broke on a window. That's getting fixed. A screen door needs to be repaired, and then the front door, they didn't silicone at the very bottom of the edge or put some caulking on there. So I was talking to the sales rep about it, and he's like, "Don't do that yourself. I was going to just silicone it myself." He goes, "That's part of our job." He goes, "I'm going to send a guy back. We'll punch those things out and we'll get it taken care of." But that guy, the sales rep from that company, the window company, we've become really good friends, right? We've talked about our faith, and he's come out and he's hung out. And we've smoked some cigars and just had good conversations. And he's kind of gotten in my circle as well. He lives about 40 minutes away. Well, from that, I've already started referring him to other people because I had 3 other companies out before him that were like, "Yeah, this job's too big, and we can't help you out with that." Well, who would you recommend? I don't know how to help you out with that one. So I just had one of those last ditch efforts to try to contact somebody. So when you find somebody that is going to take care of you or take care of your customers, you need to make sure that you, lack of better words, massage that relationship because they're sometimes they're hard to find, right? Um, like with us, and I know you're the same way, Mike. We want to take care of our clients, and if there's an issue, we want to know about it, right? So we can fix it, be it for this relationship or the future relationship. So yeah,
Yeah, you brought up a good point that I want to touch on, and that's the the guys who turned down the work and said it's too big, and you asked, okay, who can I call? And they're like, I don't know.
yeah,
If you're turning down work and you're getting asked those questions, you
yep,
dang well better have an answer, because there's nothing more frustrating for a, a potential client than you turning down work and not having someone to refer to them,
100%.
for something that you just don't want to do, or you don't have time to do. I think there's a difference. I've had clients come to me and I've looked at their stuff and I'm like, there's no way I'm working on this, or there's no way I'm working with this type of client, for
Yeah,
whatever reason. Or you just see some red flags, and if I see red flags, I'm not going to refer them to a partner,
yeah,
because they're just going to be a headache for them and be a bad referral, right? So
yeah,
in those cases, yeah, just dump them, right? And you don't need to refer. But if you're honestly too busy and you don't want to work on dishwashers, and you're like, I don't like working on dishwashers. I don't want to work on dishwashers. I don't need to work on dishwashers. Well, who does want to work on dishwashers in your circle of referral partners, and who can you pass that off so that that customer does get taken care of? Because no matter what, you should want to take care of every customer that comes your way,
yeah.
you
One way
know,
or the other.
within reason, right?
Yeah,
But you're there. We're not there to fix stuff. We're there to provide solutions to a problem. I don't care what business you're in. That's why you exist.
yeah,
You're 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 fixing the issue that they need fixed. And that's the bottom line. That's what businesses exist for. I don't care if you're a freaking ice cream shop. You know, I'm hungry and I want ice cream. They're there to solve my problem, and satisfy what I want and what I need, right?
yeah,
I mean, as stupid as that sounds, but it's the way everything works, right?
No, that's a great point. Like, even lately, I've had a really hard time. We have a tankless water heater boiler combination, right? So we have the water heated radiators throughout the house, and it all goes through a tankless system. I love it. It's very energy efficient, but to try to find somebody to work on it is a pain in the rear. And I've contacted several people, and I finally had one guy came out and he's like, "Yeah, I can work on this. I can get it fixed. I can take care of it." $725 is what the bill was, but he was able to fix my problem, right? But it was literally I couldn't tell you endless calls, 12, 18 calls to get that fixed. So it was funky. But you made a good point. We keep going back good points. I don't know how many times that for me I got to where my niche was residential electrical service, right? And I would do maybe 2 or 3 rewires a year. But the majority of my job was just fixing those small jobs, right? The $2,000-3,000 jobs and smaller. That was kind of my niche. But I did have referrals for other electrical companies who I knew would do a full rewire that I couldn't do it, or that would do a brand new house because I wouldn't do new construction anymore. So that's a good point, Mike. Find those people even in your own world that you can refer. I find it really cool because down in the Dallas area, Shana was just down there with Austin for some training with Go High Level, and so they had a little mini get together with some of our clients in that area and some friends, and there's a group of them there that we met at, I think it was ASTI or PSA last year, that we all sat down. I think it was ASTI, and it was like, you guys are in this area, but yet you need to kind of help each other out. The franchises have it down. They get a big metropolitan area. They place three or four different franchises there. They all pull in the same marketing dollars, and they all kind of overstep each other's boundaries, but yet they all work together, right? So anyway, these guys down in the Dallas area, they started because they're all clients of us. They got it down to where, hey, if we can't get to it soon enough, or we don't service that area, go ahead and refer in our motakes that we have. Go ahead and refer such and such company because we want to see them succeed. If we can't get to them or if we don't service that area. So I think that's a great thing. Find people even in your own niche to refer and build up and help build. So yeah,
Yeah,
not everybody's your enemy.
absolutely. Yeah, I know. It, you competition is not competition can be an asset and an
Yeah.
ally. So don't look at your competition like that. I was thinking about you earlier this week, being
Oh,
with your
well,
electrical background.
I was gonna say,
My
was you on the toilet or what?
no, no, my granddaughter, she's almost 3. She's like getting in. She gets into everything. And um, as much as you baby proof a house, there's just
Mm.
some things
Oh,
that you just don't think about. And so I was thinking about you because she got a hold of a wire and she was biting on it, and so she electrocuted herself. And she bit through the insulation on the wire
oh
and
my
everything,
goodness.
and scared the crap out of her,
Yeah.
but us too. And what we immediately grounded her, and we're like, you can't do this. So we grounded her, and everything started to be fine.
Yeah.
And luckily, ever since then, she's been conducting herself perfectly.
Uh,
So.
you had me, and then I heard grounded her, and I'm like,
I
yeah,
had to get one dad joke in before we quit. So
I don't know. Hey, okay, so where's the safest place to hide a body?
page 2 of Google,
Yeah, I knew you would get it.
of
On the
course.
second page of Google, Mr.
Yeah.
SEO here. Well, I think this has been great conversation. We've had a lot of good comments. So it's be sure to go and subscribe and hit like and share wherever you're watching this from. Go on the YouTube channel, hit subscribe. on the Appliance Alliance group, then go over to My Office Help's YouTube channel and subscribe as well. And then go over to ITD Web Design on Google and write him a good review. Then go over to My Office Help on Google and write a good review. We could definitely use it. So,
Yes.
if you found
Partner with us in our reviews and likes and shares.
I tell people all the time. I went and visited a BNI group. Austin joined a BNI group, so I went as his sub. And one of the things I told him the first week I was there was, simply put, the best thing you can do for me right now, and the cheapest thing, what I'm looking for a referral is, and I printed out a sheet of all of our social media channels and YouTube. I said, go like, share, follow us, subscribe. I said, that's the best thing you can do for me right now. That's what I need. And I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, it's simply put, help us out with our social media channels. That's the easiest way you can help us. Pigpen. Okay. What is Gasper? Gasper is saying a comment about Pigpen. I wonder if he's talking about
I don't know what the Pigpen means.
Interesting. I don't know. I'm interested in that.
Anyway.
Hey, we will see you next week. Same time, same channel. And, if you really want to, you can watch some of the other guys and gals this week. But, I think Tuesday's kind of fun. It's the best day of the week to watch the Service Alliance Group podcast, So
Absolutely.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
We're the only ones with the good dad jokes.
Or the bad ones, if you're really grounded.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Okay. Thanks for watching.
You don't want last one? One last one. Why don't marketers like trampolines?
Why?
They're afraid of high bounce rates. All right. Have a good week. See you next week.
All right. Talk to everybody later.